Hi there, and welcome back to the second devlog for Angler's Odyssey. It's been a while since my last one, but I've made some progress, had some stuff happening that kind of limited my development time, but I think I made quite a bit of progress since the last one, so let me run you through what I've done. Obviously what you can see is the model update, so I've imported a metahuman, or created a metahuman, imported it into the game. A couple of changes I had to do to make that work, but I now have a metahuman model here with some clothing as well. That I've also done that for the NPCs. So I've created for the 3 NPC, you'll see this. There's still a bit of problems here with the model clipping through the clothing here, but it shouldn't be too difficult to fix. I think to do that I need to make a modular character, so it's just a bit of work. I don't think it's that much, so that's on my to-do list for next time. But I did also do the NPC characters, so you'll see that's also a metahuman. Go into first person here. Well, the light's a bit hectic right now, but yeah, metahuman, and then all the other NPCs on the island also have their models updated. I've also done a lot with their conversations. I've added some events to certain parts of the conversation. So, for instance, you talk to this guy, and he's going to give you some bait and water just to get you started. The other NPCs will either give you a like a mission to do or a recipe, and you can do that to kind of follow the quest line. Speaking of quests, I've been working on a quest system. I have created it. I still need to just populate the data table with all the events, but I have a very basic quest system showing up. I don't have a UI for it yet, so I can't show anything yet, but it is working in the back end. So that's on the to-do, is to get the UI working for the quest system. I've also added many, well, before I get to that, so this guy gives you some water and some bait, and you can now drink the water by right clicking. It's going to refill your water, and you can now collect water from sources. So for instance, from here you'll be able to scoop up water. This is now salt water, which you will then need to boil to get the fresh water again. So got the water. There's many other recipes that I've added to the game. Couple of recipes are still missing, so I still need to add a few, and that's also on the next to do. I think for the most part you can probably almost finish the first island. There's, I think, 3 more recipes that I need to add before you can complete everything here, and a couple of quest events. Then I've added the day-night cycle, so you might not see it now, it's quite slow, but later in the video you'll probably see the sun moving a bit and it kind of becoming dark, sun setting. So what I still want to do with that day-night cycle is add some relevance to it for the fishing, so that you only find certain fish at certain times, so some will only spawn at night. Just kind of drive that whole cycle, the relevance of it, so that you don't it isn't just the light changing, although the light change is really cool. Just add some more dynamics to the game. Then along with that I've also added a wolf There's a bit of danger. The wolf during the day kind of just stands there. Let's see if I can find one here. But during the night they will roam around a bit. They'll still attack you during the day if they see you, but during the night they'll roam around, and it's probably going to be a bit more dangerous running around in the woods at night. Then another thing I added was some way to kind of highlight resources that you can pick up, especially foliage resources. I'm going to try to find a bush here. It kind of outlines it in orange. There you go. So the existing, it's sometimes a bit difficult to see what you can pick up, especially if you have small items like little rocks and things. So I thought this highlight just makes it really like a lot easier to see what you can interact with or just pick up. Another thing is HGK has this this pickup is very specific, so you have to be on this dot to really pick it up. So what I've done is I've extended it into a bigger circle that you can pick up, so you can click next to the item here and it'll still pick it up. So I think I'll add a tutorial for how to do this. It's not very complicated, but there's a little bit of trickiness to it, and then along with that I'll just put the highlight in. That's mostly just a material that you need to create, but it is quite a complicated material, and I'm not pretending to really know how it works. I think I saw a video a while ago of how it works and I followed that, but that was years ago, and I've just kind of changed that to suit my needs, that it only highlights when you're within a certain radius of the item. Yeah, and then I have a demo build out. I sent it out to a few people to play, hopefully give me some feedback. I'm hoping to hear back from them soon and maybe get some ideas or just get some general feedback around the gameplay. What's fun, what isn't, although this is still a very bare bones kind of build here, so we'll see how that goes. But there is a build out there. Just getting it to actually create a build is sometimes a bit tricky. Here's another NPC here. She does gardening and stuff. Oh, the other thing I wanted to show is the trading. So you can now buy things from the NPCs and sell things to them. Their currency is a precious shell, and this is a good way to find some certain recipes or other quest items. So what do I still need to do? I need to add a few more bait recipes and a couple more fish, I think, and especially like food recipes that affect your stamina, because stamina is linked to your fishing. So for the more difficult fish, you're going to have to do something to increase your overall stamina. You can see the sun is setting a little bit here, but as I continue to talk, we'll probably see some light changes. Quest system I need to complete, especially the UI, and then build out that quest. I plan to use that to guide the player a bit more around what to do. The tutorial system is nice, but it's more of a specific gameplay aspect, whereas the quest system will guide the player towards the actions they need to perform to get through the island, and just give a bit of lore around it. I need to add a few more items for the progression just to get through this first island. There's a few more recipes and just items I need to add in the game and in the data tables. Then I was also playing around with the idea of fishing being not just fishing, and you actually earn cards by fishing, and these cards are a collectible card, and also that you can play a sort of a mini card game with that. Not too sure about the rules on that yet, but I'd like to explore that a little bit going forward. Then, as you can tell, not much music or sound here yet. I need to add footsteps for the other surfaces here. You can see the shadows creeping up here, so the sun's beginning to set there. So sound and music, need to add that. I've got a basic music player that came with the dialogue system. I just need to explore that and how difficult it's going to be to change music, example when you start fishing, or if a wolf is chasing you, just general events to change the music. And then I want to add maybe 2 or 3 more types of fishing mini games. So right now we have the quick time events. I've got the reel release, where you kind of hold in a mouse button left or right depending on what is required, and there is a focus one where you kind of have to track the fish as it moves around. So I want to add a few more of that. It's not going to be that relevant on the first island, because the first island is supposed to be mostly a introduction, and I don't want to make the fishing too complicated, but going forward that's definitely going to be on the cards. And then of course hopefully I get some feedback, but I'll do another build at some point and keep iterating and try to get this thing ready. Playtopia is coming up. It's about a month away until the submissions closes, so I want to get this ready in a playable state for Playtopia. I mean, I've already got the demo out, but I think I want to add a bit more before Playtopia comes. I also want to try and get a second game in for Playtopia, so I'm going to I started prototyping a roguelike deck builder. I'm going to see if I can get something out quickly, so I might slow down the development a tiny bit for this, just until Playtopia submission dates, and then I'll get back into Angler's Odyssey, try and finish that off. But that is the plan. Let me quickly see if I can get a wolf here. There's got to be some. Let's go to this one. Hopefully it spawns a wolf. It should. Let's see if we can show you a wolf. There's a wolf. You should see me. There he goes. He attacks. So not great yet. I mean, he misses a lot of attacks, and I think if you stand in a certain spot, he can't get you. So that still needs work, but the basics are there. Also, he never gives up chase, so eventually he'll kill you, which isn't great either. But it is there, and plan to work a bit more around that. Anyway, that's the devlog for today. Then keep in touch, and yeah, see you guys in the next one. Bye.